Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Oh man, well, by Detroit, he gonna give whoever plays them in the championship round, man. He gonna get them boys. He gonna get him something. The only thing that might slow him down, man, is that if he has to play them in that cold, if he has to go to Philadelphia, man, and play in that cold and that snow, that might slow him down because there in Detroit, man, he's on the inside in the dome, man. He just he's a he's a dog, man, on that artificial turf. But that cold and stuff might slow him down. Now, if Los Angeles wins that game today, and they got to play in Los Angeles, he might do very well. But I think that cold gonna slow him down if he had to go to Philly. That's the only
Well,
thing gonna slow
LA
him down.
is they're rattling because of that fire. So they got something else to play for. So they might dig a little deeper and beat Philly. They might dig a little deeper.
Mm.
But Philly, man, they got that horse, man. That Henry, King Henry. King Henry is
Well,
a monster.
Well, he used to play for Alabama, don't you? And he
Yeah, and then he played for
Tennessee
Tennessee.
Titan. And he didn't. I don't think he liked playing with the Titans and stuff. He did some. Oh man, they had a they had a highlight reel, man, of him running over somebody. When he played for Tennessee, he ran over somebody. Man, he embarrassed that defensive back. he
Hey,
just ran.
hey,
He just ran right over him,
he,
like he wasn't even there.
he one of them people, man. He'll take his arm, have the ball in one hand, take his arm, and just right in
Right.
their face, bro. Push
Yeah.
him aside.
Man,
I bet you can bench press about 400 pounds.
well, he's been that way ever since he came out of Yulee, Florida. Uh, when he played in high school, he was in one of them little small schools, and none of the schools would play his team because he was just too much for him. They couldn't do anything with him. So they wound up moving them playing teams up in the higher ranks and everything that would be able to play him because he was a monster. And when Alabama got him, he was man in 2015, man, when he ran when he played. Ooh-wee. There were many games I saw him run 200 and some yards. I think one game he did about 270. And the same thing you see him doing up there in the pros, he was doing that same thing in college. The boys would try to run him down, and he put that arm up and embarrass him. He, he, he played Mississippi State. This was, it was in the second half, and and the coach from Mississippi was sitting on the sideline, and he broke free. And man, this defensive back came and tried to tackle him, and he just threw his hand up there, and the boy just bounced off of me, ran for a touchdown, 60-something yards. Man, they showed a picture of the coach. He looked over there at that man and dropped his head. He said, "Oh no!" Oh man, it was man. He just embarrassed his players. Oh my goodness. Derrick Henry, man, son of a guy. Anyway, now is Derrick is still he playing for Philadelphia, right?
Yep.
What happened to the other old halfback they had that was from that they got from New York?
Oh, he plays for Philadelphia.
Right. So they got two halfbacks. They got Derrick Henry and him.
No, he plays for Philadelphia. I mean, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We got Philadelphia's playing. No, Derrick Henry plays for the Ravens.
For the Ravens.
And Keyshawn,
okay.
or whatever his name is, from New York plays for the Ravens.
Right. Okay. Then now we got him. Derrick is with the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, right?
Right.
Okay. And then the other old boy is with Philadelphia. Because I'm wondering what they have.
And he did 2,000 yards himself.
Right.
So that's going to be.
He had a breakout year, man, coming to Philly, man. It looks like, man, it seems like Philadelphia has, whoever their general manager is, they have a knack of picking up these backs and stuff. And when they play for them, they do real good. And then after they do that first year, then the second year, they usually trade them. I don't know what's going on. They had 2 or 3 backs, man, that did great and stuff and everything when they played for them. But then after that first year, they did great and everything. And I guess the guys thought that they can get more money running for somebody else. And then they got traded off, or they decided not to stay with Philly and stuff. And they went someplace else and got their big money and didn't do anything after that.
Well, the thing is that these running backs nowadays, you remember when we was coming up, that was they was it, bro. They were the ballers. The running backs was the ballers, bro. We had all kind of ballers, Eric Dickerson, Walter Payton, the boy from Dallas, what's his name? I can't think of his name right offhand.
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith, and then the one before Emmitt Smith, Dorsey.
Tony Dorsett.
Tony Dorsey. Of course, you want to mention OJ too. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you had a bunch of them, man, that was tough.
And you talking about Billy Sims.
Oh, yeah, Billy Sims. Let's don't forget about him.
Man, you talk about that little boy from Oklahoma that played for Detroit. Oh, man, that boy was awesome. He make a fool out of you, too. And he decided to quit, man. He had a great season, man. And all of a sudden he said, I forget it, I'm quitting. Oh, but anyway, what's up, man?
Well, I got a list here, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna switch out on my glasses here so I can read this stuff. 10 things that Donald Trump promised he's gonna do.
20. I thought he had 100.
10 things.
Oh, 10 things he's gonna do. Okay.
He want to end birthright citizenship. This is what he promised he said he's going to do. Mm-hmm. Pardon the January 6th defendants. He wants to end the war in Ukraine. This is what he promised. Implement tariffs. He wants to increase oil drilling. in Biden's era of border policies. He want to make made in America auto industry, in gender affirming care practices,
He wants to do what now? What?
ending gender confirming care practices, affirming care practices, begin a mass deportation program, cancel the electric vehicle mandate, and the last one is limit transgender practices. Those are his 10 top things he promised he was going to do. Made in America, auto industry. Don't he know that parts come from all over the country?
See, that's where you have an idiot. It was in the White House. You put an idiot in there. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about. And then you got those other idiots who paying him homage. They sit down there and repeat what this man is saying. Oh yeah, why he said that? Why he said that? You got to be kidding me, man. Some of these things he's talking about, and you know, Ted, half of this crap he ain't gonna do nothing. Now he might get the deportation going, and he might get the birthright thing, and he
You
probably
think he's
will
going to get the
pardon.
birthright pass?
Yeah,
You
you think
born
he'll?
here, you born in America, you
Man,
get
he ain't got to pass it. He gonna put out an executive order to end that crap. He's gonna try to use an executive order, and he probably gonna be to pardon them folks, and he gonna probably have to get involved with the deportation. But the rest of that stuff,
You don't think he's going to end the war in Ukraine?
no man, they ain't gonna end that war in Ukraine. He's not gonna end that war in Ukraine.
Increase oil drilling. I mean, President Biden did the highest oil drilling there was.
That is a pipe dream that he gonna sit down and tell people he doing, and all the folks that's around him gonna say, "Yep, Trump gonna do this." Now, you forgot about he said he was gonna lower egg prices. he, he said he gonna lower egg prices so eggs won't cost too much.
He said bacon too.
Well, eggs was the nitty that everybody talking about. Man, we got an idiot getting ready to roll into the door. A seven-time bankrupt businessman and a 34-count felon.
A crook in the White House.
A crook, a felon in the White House. And they sitting down there paying homage to him. Oh, hope Master Trump, please don't do nothing to me. Leave me alone. Oh.
Biden set him up though. He left that Gaza situation left it to him.
That man.
Ukraine is left up to him.
That man, he is a bully. And anybody who stands up to a bully, they're not going to bother them anymore. I watched old Jasmine and stuff she's making her rounds and stuff, telling me he's a bully. He's in the White House, and you stand up to a bully. You don't let a bully do anything with you, because if you let a bully do something to you, he's going to keep on coming at you. And he's going to make a fool out of you. Most of them folks he's going to make fools out of. And he done made fools out of the Republican Party. They got to be crazy. Ted, Do you hear what the heck is going on here?
What's that?
Everybody been sitting around there talking about Trump, and everything else. They worried about uh, the TikTok and all this other old stuff, and the rest of the world, the rest of the world is sitting out there getting ready for him. They know he's a coward, and they know that he ain't worth nothing. They got Putin sitting out there telling them what he gonna do with him. he can already he can already said, well, if you try to take Greenland, I guess we'll take half, and Trump can have half of Greenland. he still he still put pictures out there about Melania. You know, they got a cartoon with a buck naked with a gun in her hand.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And they done got a name for old Trump. They call him Gramps.
They call him what?
Gramps. Gramps. Gramps is going into the White House. Grandpappy. Grandpappy getting ready to go into the White House. I told you he got them diapers on, man. You know why they did? You know why they moved the inauguration inside? Because it got too cold out there, and his diaper might freeze up. You know, he done pissed on himself and the cold, and that pistol be the froze up. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing. So he said, we got to move it inside.
We gotta move it inside. Because if he piss on himself,
inside, man, because he can't stand for that diaper to freeze up on it. Oh Lord.
Did you see this morning?
And
go ahead.
He fooling with the wrong people. Girlfriend down there across the border, south of the border. He think that he gonna bully girlfriend. Guess what girlfriend's doing?
What's she doing now?
She's making trade deals with China and the European Union. She finna bypass these rascals up here in the United States. If he act a damn fool and put a tariff on their stuff, she says she gonna start trading with these other folks. She's already got a deal with China going on right now. They done call the China man over there, the prime minister and stuff, say, hey, let's go it. I'm gonna get involved with y'all organization. Mexico coming with you. And she done already called the European Union up and said, since he's going to do this crap, we just going to bypass his butt. He want to be an isolationist, let him be an isolationist. We going to be doing business and stuff with you guys. And
Well,
she's getting ready to sign a trade agreement with him.
We already knew that China, we was talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
They got warehouses already that China has shipped stuff to them.
Hey, they getting ready, man. They don't care about that man's tariff. He can put a tariff all he wants. They're going to bypass his butt. They're going to isolate this country.
And we already know that 44% of our vegetables, fruits and vegetables come from Mexico.
We will no longer get it. She's going to send that shit to somebody else. She's starting to make trade deals, going to you and calling up these other folks out there, making trade deals with her. He getting ready to ruin this daggone country. If he enacts them tariffs, it's all over. And Canada getting ready to do the same thing. You don't want to trade with us? Damn him. We'll go trading with other people. We'll just isolate this daggone country. And we can't do this stuff alone. We got to have trade. You cannot not trade with these folks. Wall Street is not going to let him do that daggone tariff thing. They're not. especially if they found out these other folks and everything and said, oh, okay, we ain't gonna be sending anything else across these borders and stuff. We're gonna be putting them on ships and sending it someplace else. That's how you treat a bully. You slap him in the face, and that's what they plan on doing. And if anybody else and stuff sitting around there trying to placate this some guy and everything, they are a damn fool for doing that. Seriously, I'm sorry about my French people. You got to do something about this man, and he is not the wherewithal. They're getting ready to bring this country down to its knees if he decides to act a daggone fool. And I'm feeling sorry for ourselves. I'm feeling sorry for him. And he putting fools in these key positions, cabinet positions, and the dumb Republicans is allowing him to do it. I don't believe, man. I can't believe that some of these people that they putting in these offices. That dumb girl up there from Christian Nome, man, she even the people in South Dakota don't even want her butt. Oh,
What about the other one? The one over in is going to be over NSI.
and he's still bothering his ex UN ambassador, the governor of South Carolina. She didn't do too bad of a job as the UN ambassador and stuff the last time she was in office. Now he's trying to beat her over the head.
Well, she
That's the
came out
one.
against him,
That's
bro.
the one he needs to take. That's the one that he needs to put in there for Tunisia or Gapal or whatever that woman's name is, for national security person. If he's gonna do something. They're gonna have their hands full, Ted. They're gonna have their hands full. And Poe, Speaker of the House, did you see Hakeem Jeffries today on Meet the Press?
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he say?
Hey,
I didn't listen to him. I just saw that he was on there because I was looking at something else, and I wanted to go back to it, and I missed it.
He was on point like he always is on point. He just told them that, hey, we're gonna fight for the American people, and anything that they agree on, they're gonna go for it. If they don't, they're gonna come against it. So, and I already predicted. I made a prediction, not a prophecy. I'm saying that straight. I'm saying that there are going to be Republicans. These people are going to mess up so bad. There's going to be Republicans going to sign over to him to be the Speaker of the House, bro. And it's going to be about three to five of them. You're going to have enough.
That's all they're going to need. All they need is two.
Yeah.
If you get five, that's gravy.
So these people need to really wake up, man. So, these rhino Republicans, these moderate Republicans, they need, this right here is about democracy. This ain't about nothing else but democracy right now. Putting the right people in office, nominating the right judges. That's why Schuler and President Biden, they put in as many judges as they could. So that you can have real judges and not none of these makeup unqualified judges. So we'll see. It's gonna be a battle, though, bro.
Man, Ted, I don't know. I'm just sitting here, and the sad part about it, man, you see all these oligarchs out there. They sit down there paying homage to him. Please, Mr. Trump, don't bother us. That makes me sick to my stomach to see that.
Well, people talking about boycotting Amazon, Walmart. Since the word got out, man, I think I went to Walmart maybe twice
Mm-hmm.
in the last several months. And ain't no question about it. When you go there, you're gonna save yourself $10 or $15, every time you go grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather go on to the regular stores.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do my part.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing
Well,
with Amazon.
well, I hope there's some coordinated effort and stuff in doing that. And I don't know how we deal with these folks and stuff, Ted, out there who are, especially these news outlets and stuff, who are capitulating to that man. Now, you know daggone well, Ted, that this daggone thing with TikTok wasn't the biggest daggone news that they could have had out there. But they spent damn near 2 days talking about their bull crap. TikTok,
All day long.
TikTok.
All day long.
Yeah. And there's a heck of a lot more stuff going on than that. You got people over there in Los Angeles and stuff and everything area who having troubles over there. They got people's homes have been destroyed, all kinds of stuff going on. You got this weather and stuff getting ready to happen. You got the people in North Carolina that nobody's even talking about anymore. You already hear about them atoll. You got people down there in Florida, you don't hear about them atoll. Nothing. And what they plan on doing, how they plan on getting stuff done, what they need and stuff to get themselves together. If you don't put a spotlight on these folks, people forget about them. They become an afterthought. If you let these insurance companies, just like we are saying, walk away from these people over there in California,
And they
knowing,
don't report on that, bro.
yeah, knowing that these people, they had insurance coverage. And when that fire came, the insurance company left and said, we ain't covering no.
C.
You letting these people get away with this crap.
A.
And somebody needs to say something about
B.
it.
Well,
So go ahead.
I don't know. I was trying to find Trump,
K.
all his cabinet members that he wants
N.
to be
N.
approved.
K.
And, the one person that I'm really scared of is two people. The FBI, well, 3 or 4 of them, really. 5 of them. The FBI, the DOD, Treasury Department, Homeland Security.
Shoot, that's about all of them,
And
Ted. You scared all of them.
Rubio is the only one get a C. He get a C. I'm telling you, man.
The Attorney General,
Ooh, yeah, there
Pam
you go.
Bondi.
There's another one. There's another one.
Yeah, just about everybody he done picked, man, you got to be afraid of. They're not
Well, the
qualified.
the Secretary of Interior, Doug Burgum, he's pretty sensible. I listened to some of his remarks. He's going to be in charge of, I think it's a chamber, or let's see, what is he going to be in charge of? But no, man, I don't know, man. Here's the thing: who in the heck is the Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins?
Never
What
heard
is
of
she
it.
about? What kind of experience she got for dealing with? And the Secretary of Agriculture is the one that's responsible for SNAP.
Right. And all the farm aid.
You got an agent for the labor secretary, Lori Chavez de Rima of Oregon. Oh yeah, that's another one. Secretary of Health and Human Services aide, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Oh yeah, they for some reason or another they said they haven't started his confirmation hearing yet.
Nope.
They said they're questioning the Republicans just kind of nixed him out. I don't know why. They haven't even said anything about when he was going to have his confirmation hearing. Well, um, I've been looking at these folks there in California and stuff, Ted, and some of these people over there in the Altadena area, these middle class people of color, are trying to come back to their homes and look at them and see what they can get and stuff out of there. But they said that they got a bunch of checkpoints that these people have to go through and everything, and some of them that they are not letting in to because they want to at least go in there and look over their all the records that they had and see if they can pull out some pictures or something like that or some family heirlooms and stuff out of their fire piles or whatever. But they're saying that they are not letting the people and stuff in there because they're still afraid that that there's some fire still going on, and they don't want them inside the area, even though most of these folks are coming back and everything, homes are destroyed already.
Hmm.
They had an article in the one of the newspapers and stuff and everything about this older lady. She's in her 80s and stuff, and her grandkids and stuff were trying to. She wanted to go back to her home and see what can she get some of her, see if there was anything that she could save out of her home and stuff. And they were trying to drive there, and they said that they wouldn't let them through. Even though it's been over a week and a half, almost 2 weeks and stuff since all this stuff had happened, and they know
That
that
don't make no sense.
it doesn't, but they want to let them in. They said so they can go and see what's going on.
That don't make a bit of sense.
Well, according to them, they said they still have some fires and stuff that still might be going on.
That don't make a bit of sense. There is no empathy and no sympathy for these people.
Mm-mm.
I wonder if they're doing the same thing in Malibu.
Mm.
I wonder if they're doing the same thing in Pacific Palisades.
I didn't say anything about that, but I have saw articles and stuff of people who have went back to the Pacific Palisades and everything, and folks went in there to see that all of their stuff has been destroyed. So I guess it's who you know you can get through. And why I still don't understand, man. Why are they picking on that lady who's the fire chief there for the city of Los Angeles? I'm sorry, the county of Los Angeles.
Hmm.
They're picking on her. Now, it ain't now she's not black, she's white,
She's a DEI.
but she's white. They really giving her a hard time, man. They talking about firing her. So she's incompetent or whatever. I don't know. They haven't said anything too much about Karen Bass and stuff yet, the mayor, after Trump went over there and gave them the blues or whatever and talked about them. So, oh, man, I am not looking forward, Mr. Harvey, to our next telecast. On our next telecast, people, we will have already sworn in the 47th. Is the 47th or the 46th?
Well, I'm not watching it, so I don't know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna watch it either, but we'll have our next show and stuff after he has been inaugurated. We're gonna have our next show, and we have a new president on the holiday of our hero, Dr.
Yep.
Martin Luther King Jr.
They say the next one is 2053, so this rarely happens.
The national holiday of our Martin Luther King, I would wonder what old Martin doing right now, knowing that his holiday, they installing an idiot, a criminal, into the White House.
Hey,
I
he
don't
stands
know.
for everything opposite of Martin Luther King.
Right. I don't know if he's laughing or he crying or what. I can't imagine Martin sitting just taking it and just saying, "Oh my," and just shaking his head. So you got to be kidding me. Oh, I'm not feeling very good at all, Ted, about this. I'm really not. My mind just can't get around this thing, man. I just can't. I can't get around it. And the chaos that this rascal is planning on bringing to the White House. Now, we all know, Ted, you gave us a long list of 10 things. Somebody told me he had 100 things to do. You gave us 10.
Well, these are the top 10 things that he promised.
It's the top 10. Oh, okay. Now, you first started saying about the cars. He gonna make cars in America, make America great cars. Now, how he gonna do that?
Let's see. Let's see how many foreign cars is made over here right now. Tesla, Volkswagen,
they got Tesla, got Volkswagen, they got Mercedes
BMWs,
Benz, Toyota,
Toyota, Nissan.
Hyundai. Uh, they have a oh man, it's a Hyundai. Uh, they have a plant here, right here in Georgia, right on the border of Alabama and Georgia. Man, what's the name of that plant, that car company? But anyway, it's here in Georgia. I think Georgia has two plants. I think they have a Honda plant, and they have a Porsche plant, and they have this other plant here that they are building. I think it's a Hyundai or some car they're building. Yeah. Mm.
And all those parts coming up from other
Yeah.
countries.
They come over. That's what I'm saying. How is he gonna make America great by building these cars in the United States?
And what is the biggest money maker for America? Selling cars.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of your GDP. You know, because they charge all kind of taxes and all of that. So if the car sales start going down, that's going to hurt the GDP. So the new White House press secretary is 27 years old.
I thought she was older than that.
Nope. She
Are you
was
sure?
she was the National Press Secretary for Trump's presidential campaign. I've never even heard her speak. She ran for Congress in New Hampshire and lost.
Kia. That's the plant. Kia.
Yeah.
That's the Kia plant. Kia plant I'm talking about. They're
Kia plant?
here in
Okay.
Georgia. And the Mercedes-Benz plant is in Alabama.
We have a crypto czar, bruh.
We have a what?
Crypto czar. Named David Sachs.
I thought he was supposed to be the Treasury Secretary.
Oh, that's Bennett or Bennett, something like that. But he's going to be the crypto czar. That's going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
It says here on the same day that Atkins was named, the price of Bitcoin surpassed 100,000 mark.
It had been past 100,000 mark. It
No,
it dropped down to I think 90, 92 or 93, and now it's back up to 105.
Yeah, well, I'm saying when he was named, that's when it went up. And I think that's a new position. He's a venture capitalist, and he's supposed to have he's an expert in AI and crypto. So actually, he's the AI and crypto czar. He seemed kind of old to be knowing about AI and crypto. I don't know his background. I don't know what his history is, but guess who he used to work for?
Cool.
SpaceX.
SpaceX. That's
I
Musk.
I wouldn't say work for, but he was an angel investor in SpaceX. And Paladin. Paladin, is owned by the guy that backed J.D. Vance. I can't think of his name right now.
Peter Thiel.
Yeah, Peter Thiel. I tell you, boy, they all hooked up together, bro.
That's that Silicon Valley group.
Yeah, they all hooked up together. I'm trying to see. Here's a young lady here. She's the consular to the president. Kind of cute. And she's a lawyer, represented the president-elect in numerous legal proceedings. Oh, that's one of his lawyers. So she's named a consular. Wow. Now here's the one that's gonna get you, Ed. Administrator of Small Business Administration, Kelly Lawford. Know who she is, don't you?
Mm-mm.
That's the one that ran for Georgia senator, bro, and got beat by.
Oh, that's the one that
Yeah.
got the basketball team down here?
Yeah.
Oh, the women's basketball team. Oh, okay.
She sold the franchise in 2021 now.
Loeffler, yeah, Loeffler.
Because she had a lot of backlash. But she's going to be the small business administrator. We already talked about that. They're gonna take that money and control that money, bro. That's $90 billion. Well, you have to worry about it because black folks didn't get but 1% of it anyway.
Yep, that's it. No matter who's been in office, they don't get that much.
So they could do what they wanted with that money.
Well,
Nominate.
Yeah, this is. Hey, you won't believe who he got for Secretary of Education.
oh yeah, that the lady whose husband and stuff is no, that was the girl he had last time. The man, they live in Michigan and stuff. She used to be the Secretary of Education the last time. Who is it now?
McMahon.
Oh man, not the wrestling king, not the wrestling king.
Well, it's his wife.
His wife, the wrestling king. Oh, he's bringing all his old buddies along with him, huh? You know, Trump made a lot of money, man, in that wrestling league.
Oh yeah,
He made a lot of money in that wrestling.
showed
Yeah,
up.
he bringing all his old pals in so he can get a piece of that pie. Yeah, man, we in for it. Ted, we just about at the end here, brother. You're gonna have to give us what your final word and stuff is.
Well, here's the thing. We laughing and he hawing about these nominees, but the main thing is we got to figure out what they're doing, and I'm gonna keep my eye on all of them and what they're
Man,
doing.
that's a hell of a job that you taking on, Ted, trying to keep an eye on all of them.
Well, it's going to have to be one at a time or two at a time, but this the one that I'm really concerned about is this Office of Management and Budget Director. I heard this confirmation. Woo, he's vicious, bro. That dude is vicious. He'd do anything Trump tell him to do. He'll do anything Trump tell him to do when it comes to that money.
They have a picture of Snoop Dogg and Donald Trump hugging shaking hands out here. And I guess him
I
and
wish you didn't show that on the air there.
I guess Snoop and Nelly is they're going to be involved in the inauguration.
They're getting a lot of blowback, bro.
Yeah, they said they're getting some blowback.
They obviously don't care, huh? They don't care. They don't care about what black folks think.
Well, I guess Snoop said, "You Negroes ain't putting no money in my pocket."
That's the reason why he made it, because of us.
Yeah, but he said, "You Negroes ain't putting no money in my pocket now." So I'm gonna go ahead on. I'm gonna go with the money. Go, Snoop Dogg and Nelly.
Well, I can see, well, Nelly, I don't know, but he ain't, he's still working, but he ain't probably making the money like he used to.
Well, Snoop got a new business and stuff now. He owns a car dealership there in California.
Really?
Yeah, one of those foreign car dealerships, man, that make these expensive cars. He just bought it.
Well, he worth over 150 million now.
Yeah, he just bought him a car dealership. One of them, I forget the name, but he went in there Bentley dealers or somebody, but they very expensive cars and stuff and everything. He just bought it. They had an article about it and stuff and everything that he walked into the car dealership and they didn't the general manager, who was a white lady, was there, and he walked in, and the one of the car salesmen and everything looked at him and didn't recognize who he was, and told him that he couldn't afford one of them cars, and that he can recommend him to a car dealership down the street who might be able to handle his business one of them used car dealerships down the street. So Snoop said, "Well, can I see your boss and everything, and to find out why you recommended me to go down the street instead of trying to offer me the chance to buy one of these cars here?" And so he said, "Well, I can't do that." And then I guess the general manager was walking by and everything, and she heard it, and she sat down and said the same thing. "Well, sir, I'm going to give you a list of some more other car dealers that you can go by, and you can buy your cars and stuff instead of wasting our time." So Snoop sat there and just talked with him and everything, nice and quiet and everything. "Well, so you sell it, so you telling me that I just can't afford one of these cars?" And she said, "Well, I can't say that for sure and everything, but I can give you that list. Here's the list of the cars and stuff and everything that you might be interested in, and it's down the street." So Snoop kept on talking with it, and she kept trying to denigrate him. So he he got on his phone and called up the ex-owner that he had bought the dealer from and said, "You need to come down here and we can figure out what's going on." And so the old owner said, "Okay, I'll be right down. Give me about 10 minutes." So Snoop sat around there, walked around, and the people kept looking at him and everything. He didn't bother nobody. He just walked around looking at the cars and stuff. Pretty soon, the old owner came there and walked up there and saw Snoop and went over there and grabbed him and shook his hand. Of course, the salesperson and stuff saw it, and he asked him. He said, "Hey, can we have a kind of close the doors here of the dealership here? And I want to have a meeting in the conference room with everybody, general manager and everybody." So he walks into the conference room. Snoop sat at one of their tables, told the general manager to sit at the other of their table, and the ex-owner sat in the next door. And the ex owner said, "I want to introduce you all to the owner of this car dealership." And he pointed towards Snoop. Snoop looked, so he looked down the table and stuff, and the white lady who was the general manager dropped her head. She knew she was fired. But I guess Snoop told him this all week. "Well, we're gonna have to change the how this dealership and stuff runs and stuff, and said we can't look at our customers and stuff and everything and say that they can't purchase my vehicles." So we're gonna have to do some work around here and everything. Send some of you folks to school and everything to school you all in how to sell and everything. So and then he looked down at the lady down there and told her the same thing. And she thought she was gonna lose her job, so she got up and said, well, Mr. Snoop, I'm
Mr.
sorry, I
Snoop
didn't
now.
know. Yeah,
It's
I didn't
Mr.
know.
Snoop.
I didn't know. He didn't fire. He said he didn't fire her. So I don't know. Anyway, that was the story that he had told and stuff about him buying that dealership. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. So I guess
If that in the case, then he had to go around and go into every one of those high-end stores, retail stores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to have, when I sold advertising, I used to have Mercedes-Benz, Cadillacs, dealerships right there in Cerritos.
Mm.
You go in Cerritos, they got this whole line of dealerships. Mercedes, BMWs, Rolls Royce, all of them. And I used to have to sit on a round table to all of these dealerships, and they would buy pages, and we'll be eating lunch and stuff, and talking, about business and stuff. And I'll be there. I'm their salesperson, and they just tell me what they want on their ads, and 4 pages, bro. And you get, you know, and the bill was something like $3,000-$4,000 or more.
Your lunch bill?
Yep.
Oh,
And LA Times will pay for it.
who paid for it? You?
LA Times, yeah, I had to pay for it with my credit card.
Oh,
LA
LA
Times
Times
credit
paid for
card.
the bill. Well, y'all got some business and stuff from it. You probably got three,
Oh, we did
400
that
times
every
more
week.
than that.
Every week. That was the deal. A free lunch on Fridays. And I didn't do nothing else on Fridays. I made a couple of other stops on Fridays, but mostly that right there, that took all day from 12 o'clock to about 4 o'clock.
Mm. And everybody sat down, tell you what they wanted in their ads, and and while they
Well,
doing,
basically, it wasn't like that. I would go right after we having lunch and everything, you know, then I would go to actually the manager. And then from the manager, we'll design, because during the week, I would be designing different ideas, having the artists do all kinds of different ideas and stuff. And basically, it's almost the same every week anyway. All you're doing is changing cars and that kind of stuff. You know, you might do a new heading if it's a holiday or whatever, you know. But it was pretty easy stuff. You know, it wasn't nothing really complicated. But the thing is that it was just amazing. You know, in LA, they got this hotel that's at the top of the hotel. It spins around
Mhm.
as
and
you eat.
that's where you guys lunched at.
Yeah, that's where we lunched.
Oh, okay. So when the bill for the ads came out, who did that? Who sent the bills out for the ads?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was on the record. You know, they already have accounts. All you do is just put it in, and and this is gonna run on Saturday. This is gonna run on Sunday. They usually do 3 days: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Do you miss that?
I turned down the full-time position for it, bro. That's when I moved to Florida.
You turned down a full-time position and came to Florida in the LA Times.
That would have been like 90 to 125 grand at that time. That was what can I say, bro? My wife couldn't stand California. I would have been retired I would have, because LA Times treated me very well, bro. Because I used to always wear, nice suits and ties and carry myself professionally. And, all my clients, they kind of liked me. And even though I was a man of color, I'd be the only person there that's black.